Listen, all of the Sahaba radiallahu anhuma ajma'een were built different. But some people thought they were built different, like on a DNA level. So let me tell you the story of Abdullahi ibn Hudhaifa. So in 639, Abdullahi ibn Hudhaifa and his regiment were captured by some of the soldiers of Heraclius, the Roman leader, and they were taken into prison. Now, they thought that the Sahaba radiallahu anhuma ajma'een, with how quickly they were conquering things, that they had something special in their DNA. And Heraclius wanted that. So Heraclius, he takes Abdullah ibn Hudhaifa and he says to him, listen, I'll give you half of all of my land. I'll let you marry my daughter. All you have to do is convert to Christianity. So Abdullah ibn Hudhaifa looked him in the eye and said, no. Naturally, they threw him in prison. And then they tried to starve him. And after starving him, they sent him a plate of pork and wine. Abdullah ibn Hudhaifa looked at them and said, listen, according to the Sharia, this is halal for me to eat in a state of starvation. But I'm not giving you the pleasure of watching a Sahabi of the Prophet ﷺ drink wine and eat pork. And he just threw the plate back at them. Then they tried other methods. And they sent a prosi into his cell. Yeah, a couple hours later, she came out and was like, who did you send me to? I was in there for hours and bro didn't even look at me. He just faced the opposite direction the entire time. So then the Romans were like, okay, let us try fair. They stuck Abdullah ibn Hudhaifa to a post and they fired arrows past his head, nearly striking him. Abdullah ibn Hudhaifa made eye contact the entire time. So then they made one final threat. They threatened to boil him in boiling oil. And as they were walking him up the steps to be boiled alive, he finally started crying. So at this point, Heraclius and the Romans are like, yes, we broke him. So they asked him, why are you crying now? Abdullah ibn Hudhaifa was like, I'm not crying because I'm gonna die. I'm crying because I can only die once. I wish that I had souls like I had hairs on my body and I could sacrifice them for Allah over and over and over again. At this point, Heraclius was like, oh, I'm not breaking this guy. Fine, if you just kiss my forehead, I'll let you go. Abdullah ibn Hudhaifa looked at him and said, no, I want you to release me and all of my soldiers. Bro, how are you haggling? You're a prisoner. Abdullah ibn Hudhaifa did not care. So he kisses Heraclius' forehead and takes all of his soldiers and heads back to Umar radiallahu anh. Now naturally, humans being humans, some of the less pious of the soldiers started saying, did you see Abdullah ibn Hudhaifa? He kissed the head of the Christian king. And when Umar radiallahu anh heard that, he said, today, I order every believer to kiss the head of Abdullah ibn Hudhaifa. The moral of the story, always haggle for a better deal.